is the What Are We Doing podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. My name's Levi McCurdy, and this is episode 83. Can't believe we made it here. It's episode 83. Listen, I know you heard it the last two episodes, but we're doing it again this week, and I need you to like the like button. Like it. I just need you to like it. I need you to like the like button, and then maybe after you're done liking it, press it. After you like it just a little bit, once you like it like me, and you like it just a little bit like I do, click it. And then click the like button right here on this video that you're watching. Whether it's a vertical short, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, a full, podcast episode, wherever you've landed from, and wherever you're watching this, click the little thumbs up. Because whatever platform you're on, it definitely has a thumbs up. Click it, and if it has like the heart or like the laughy face or the crying face, click one of those. Definitely don't click the angry face. I'm pretty sure we get like deranked if we get an angry face. A lot of people don't know how to use Facebook, and they use the angry face when they're not supposed to. There's never a reason to be angry at our content, so I don't know why we've ever gotten an angry face. You know what I mean? We've gotten one or two angry faces. It's fine. But if you like and then potentially smash that like button once you're done hitting it, and if you don't, honestly, dude, the ninja, I'll bring him back again. The ninja will most likely show up randomly, whether you're at home or at work or with your kids or at the park or taking a walk or driving around or doing whatever you're doing, sitting on the couch, scrolling on TikTok, watching a trial, streaming live on Twitch, whatever you're doing, a ninja will randomly show up, whop you right in the neck, and then you'll know, oh shoot, I didn't like Levi's video this week. I didn't like the short. I didn't watch the short. Speaking of the shorts, we're knocking them out the park, okay? Let's check in on the shorts today. Boom, bam, boom, another $500, another $1,000 day. You know what I'm talking about? It's fine. We just do the vertical content, dude, okay? We're on that vertical grind. I need to work on getting the clips back. I know I've been sleeping on like the regular clips, but it's fine because the verticals kind of make up for it because we post so many, you know what I mean? So we're working on it. I'm trying to come up with like a streaming schedule, a clip schedule, a short schedule, a regular episode schedule, live stream, upload, rerun schedule. I've been slacking. I literally have like 2, 3, 4, 5. I have like 4 or 5 hours of Twitch streams that like still need uploaded to YouTube. I just have not had the time, and I'm trying to figure out the whole schedule thing. So bear with me. There's a ton more content coming. Check out all the links. If it's in the description down below or on this episode or whatever the video is or wherever you're watching this from, then you need to click it. Like if you haven't clicked each and every one of the things in the description of this video, first of all, go do that. Click on everything. Get yourself some stuff. Get yourself some software. Get yourself some products. Get yourself some things. Get your girl some things. Get yourself some things. Get some things that'll benefit you and your girl. Like click those links. Then go to wadpod.com/links. Okay, check that out. And then once you're done clicking all the links on there, come back here again, just double check, make sure there's not any other links, go to another video of ours, click on all those, and that's how we consume the content here at the WADPod Studios. So now that we've taken care of business, now that you've hit the subscribe button, you've hit the notification bell, you've hit the like button, and you've shared this on 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, if we're lucky, 4 or 5 other social media platforms, thank you. Now we can get started. Listen, Mr. Shou, a name you didn't know until about 24 to 48 hours ago, depending on when you're listening. If you're up on it, it was at least 12 hours ago that you've learned the name. His name is Shou, and he's the CEO of TikTok. And if you didn't know, now you do. And so Mr. Shou, unfortunately for him, and by all means, let's just set this precedent right now, we're on the side of him. We're on the side of Shou, okay? We're Team TikTok all the way. Let's go. So the TikTok congressional hearing has officially begun, and like, boy, oh boy, let's buckle up because it looks like the committee is ready to destroy the app from existence. Like, they've kind of already made up their minds going into the trial. 5 minutes in, it's pretty prevalent that they are there's blood in the water. And these people are the sharks, okay? So Shou testifies before the House Energy and Commerce Committee on the company's data security and privacy practices, as well as the ownership by the Chinese tech giant ByteDance. ByteDance is like one of the main topics of the whole thing, right? So if you know, you know. We'll talk about it in a minute. So I mean, it's essentially about two things. This whole trial, the whole thing, the whole reason we're here is about two things: the safety of our kids and teenagers, and how TikTok is going to help the ongoing efforts of clean drinking water and gun violence in America. So Shou claims he has the answers to all those things. So that's what the trial is going to be about. We're going to solve world hunger with the help of Shou and the team of TikTok. So let's start from the beginning, right? What is a congressional hearing? Here's the issue. I don't really know. This is what I think. I think a representative from each of our states, like there's a guy from Georgia, there's a guy from North Carolina, Chippy from Florida, there's probably a PA person, right? That's how it works. Someone from each of our states, whether it's a Democrat, Republican, they're all coming together on this. They come and then and that's who we vote in, by the way. So like the person for Pennsylvania is who we voted for. The person for Georgia, they voted for him, right? That's how it works, I think. You roast me in the comments for my looks, my voice, my appearance, and the topics on the podcast. So roast me in the comments for not knowing what a congressional hearing is, but I think that's what it is. My politics are a little fuzzy. Okay, I don't know much. Like growing up, we never talked politics. Not in the house, not in the car, not at the dinner table. I never like overheard anything. My parents never talked about it. We never talked about it growing up. I never learned about it. I never knew, I didn't know the words Republican and Democrat until 5 years ago when I was, 15. It was insane. Insane. Growing up, we never knew. When I turned 18, I said, hey, I don't know who I'm voting for. Is Obama running again? Cool, let's vote for him. That was my attitude going into it because A, no one taught me. B, we never talked about it. C, no one ever talked about it. School, job, work, friends, family, other houses we went to, girlfriends, parents, whatever it was. No one in my life, believe it or not, never talk to me about politics. It is something I have had to fully understand and figure out on my own for the last few years now. And I'm kind of maybe not don't really understand it yet. And so, here we are. And, growing up, my father, I don't think he was, instead of into politics, my father, of course, being a huge fan of reality TV, my dad and we would spend hours, right? I've explained it before. He didn't work during the week. He worked on the weekends. It was a great setup. It was banging. The kids were at school. So me and him, I had classes every other day. So we would hang out. And we would just watch, the nastiest white trash TV, Jerry Springer, Jersey Shore, Love Island, you named it. If it included the chick down the street from the trailer park and or chicks in bikinis and or all of that plus them fighting over some dude who's a 3 out of 10 on Jerry Springer or finding out the baby on Maury. My dad was ecstatic when I almost dated that chick from the Maury show. When I almost dated a chick from the Maury show, my dad was thrilled, but at the same time completely upset at me because I didn't pursue her. Once I found out she was on the Maury show, things were over, right? But once dad found out that I ditched the Maury show girl, that's probably one of the reasons he's disowned me. You know what I mean? We bring it up every episode, no daddy issues here. So naturally, when a reality TV show host such as Donnie Wani comes along as Prezi Wezi, Daddy Mick was all over it, okay? Instant Trump fan. Like, it's insane to think that, like, at the age of 28, I still didn't know anything about politics. So this is how the hearings work, right? From my understanding and watching a few minutes of clips about it, every representative and they mentioned this, by the way, what topic is so horrid that can bring together Democrats and Republicans such as TikTok? It's like, hey, not guns, poverty, homelessness, Ash and Pikachu retiring from the Pokemon series as trainers. The list goes on. But TikTok brings everyone together. This big issue of TikTok and our privacy and the safety of our children and the teens. Listen, my son watches TikTok and he's just fine, for the record. You know what I mean? But it's just, TikTok brings all of the people together again. And it's an app. It's an app where Addison Rae and all of her friends shake their ass on plastic milk crates, has joined together for a very rare time in history where Republicans and Democrats, it's all for the children. It's all for the safety of the children. So let's start with Georgia. Let's see who we've elected to represent Georgia. Mr. Carter, listen to me. Mr. Carter thinks we're all in the second grade and we need poster boards for proof that what he's actually saying actually happened, right? They don't give them access to the screens, so they have to do the old school poster boards. Who remembers? Who remembers the old school poster boards? We had to go to the dollar store like Walmart or wherever it was, and we had to get the poster boards. They weren't cut. It was just one sheet of poster board, like Home Depot, Lowe's sometimes maybe had them. And then our parents would have to go home, get a box cutter or scissors, and just cut down the centers halfway through the back of each one so we can then have a tri-fold presentation poster board that we could like print out our documents and sorry, I just got a funny text. Print out our documents and then we would print out our documents, relevant photos of the project, make the poster boards look nice, big text, print out like a sheet worth of text, and then we had the trifold, so then we could fold it up and we bring it on the bus and we hold it under our arms and we take it into class. And then we'd open it up and the teacher would see it and it'd be amazing, dude. And it'd be a presentation and that we would have the trifold poster boards. Who remembers it? That was before they let us make PowerPoints. Before PowerPoints were strictly for the teachers, then we had the poster boards. And then when we got the PowerPoints, it was all done with the poster boards. So it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's a fun time. So we bring the poster boards to the congressional hearing so we can just prove and show images and do whatever we need to do, right?
You see behind me, if you look behind me, Mr. Crew, you see some of the challenges that we've seen on TikTok. You know about them. You know about the milk crate. You know about the blackout challenge. You know about the NyQuil chicken challenge.
Oh, let's stop right there. That's crazy, though. That's actually crazy, and he has a point, okay? Listen, we do the challenges. Here's the thing. We do our research here at the What Are We Doing podcast, and our team has found something like incredibly and honestly, it's breaking. We're probably going to change the course of this whole hearing. We're probably going to change the course. I'm tracking my guy now. He's on his way to DC for this hearing right now to present this evidence because it might just shut down the whole thing. Our team, we found someone as we speak, like these things are coming to light. Like this is happening, like in moments right now. We found evidence that Mr. Shou is directly responsible. Him and his marketing team over at TikTok HQ have directly synthesized, and we know this for a fact, that they directly synthesized the first NyQuil chicken in their TikTok test kitchen, confirming it did in fact have negative side effects once consumed by a human. And Mr. Shou apparently allegedly didn't tell anyone, and in fact deleted all evidence of the testing and trials, despite the wildfire growing on TikTok the same day, known as the NyQuil TikTok challenge. I think they need to be held responsible for this. This part they need to be held responsible for. Listen, maybe not the privacy thing, not whatever else we're doing, not anything else that's going on. They need, if they're going to be held responsible for anything, then we just need to make sure that they, that they're ready to go, and that we get Mr. Shou. That he needs to be reprimanded for this, I think, for creating the NyQuil chicken challenge. Like the reprimand, I mean, he's definitely going to get canceled. I think we need to get rid of his Twitter account and maybe see him step down as CEO after this, because knowing that he created the NyQuil chicken challenge himself, and that TikTok probably just pressed their fire button to like blow it up, because that came out in the trial too. They use it for Taylor Swift. And so it's fine, but they probably did it on the NyQuil chicken challenge, and it's probably their fault. So they should be blamed for this one, I think, at least.
The Benadryl challenge, the Dragon's Breath liquid nitrogen trend, are the challenge that promotes car theft. I want to ask you, as I understand it, there's a sister app in China, Douyin. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. Do they have these same things over there? Do they have these kind of challenges?
I love it. So first of all, do they have these kind of challenges in China? Do you know? Listen, we know. Listen, how would he know? Let's take one step back. How would this man know? Listen, I don't know about your TikTok algorithm, but it's pretty much all American videos for me. So there's not too much going on in the world of, American videos on the Chinese version of TikTok, or vice versa. Like, how would we know? I don't know what the Chinese teenagers are doing over in China. I know that they're probably not doing anything like we're doing, but like, guess what? China doesn't even have access to TikTok. So like, not to mention and he's only mentioning China because that's where he thinks Mr. Shou is from. And like, we know Mr. Shou was born and raised in Singapore. I think he lives in the United States. His wife was born in the United States. He has like literally no ties with China or the Chinese government at all. He's from Singapore. He lives in the United States. This man has nothing to do with China. How would he know what challenges are going on social media apps over in China? I don't know. Because I don't watch those apps. I'm not on those apps. No one's on those apps. Guess what apps we're on? TikTok, because we watch American videos on American TikTok. Like, it's just blatantly clear that Mr. Carter has only left the state of Georgia one time in his life and just wants to know if the man who makes it very clear from his opening statements and all throughout the 5 hours of disrespect from the American government that he nor the American version of TikTok that we're talking about today have anything to do with China or the CPC or the Chinese government, but yet needs to know, yes or no right now, if Mr. Shou knows anything about the milk crate challenge or the NyQuil chicken challenge happening over in China. If it's happening in China, we need to know, okay? Are the kids running across the street with milk crates on their feet like they're doing here in America? What's going on? You know what I mean? And then, so of course, then we get to Mr. North Carolina. And the North Carolina guy, I don't even know his name, but boy, oh boy, we can't make this up. We go into this crazy whirlwind of a question. Mr. Shou, does TikTok require a home Wi-Fi connection to operate? And Chou's just like, Shou's sitting there, just like, what? Like, he doesn't know how Wi-Fi works? Okay. So he goes, so Congressman, if, they turn if you or me or whoever's using their phone has their Wi-Fi on, then yes, of course, TikTok will, much like every other app on the planet and every other device that you've ever used before, needs Wi-Fi or some form of internet connection to connect. So the answer to your question, I'm pretty sure, is yes. But and then, he goes on, he goes, no, Mr. Chou. He says, how does the Wi-Fi get from the air in China all the way to my phone? Yes or yes right now. Answer the question. How does it get to my phone from TikTok to the Wi-Fi to China in the air? How does TikTok get to my phone and know where I am in my eyes and if they're dilated or not? And I mean, look, I can't make this up.
Mr. Chou, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
It's insanity. It's insanity that we're asking these questions in 2023. Of course it does. We have this whole freaking congressional hearing of all these people who literally have no idea how Wi-Fi works, printers, apps, phones, literally the industry, you know what I mean? Or literally how data or literally country relationships work, or literally why we're here today. So they don't understand any of it. So we're asking silly, stupid questions like, does ByteDance spy on United States citizens? And does TikTok connect directly to the Wi-Fi connection of every home that it enters? When TikTok enters a new home, does it automatically connect to that Wi-Fi? What is the Wi-Fi password? We have a committee full of people who don't understand how the internet works, when it should be. How is it that we're in 2023 and the panel is not people comprised of Tim Cook, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, a couple government heads, maybe Snowden? Hey, there's a point. Where's Snowden? I need to know where Edward Snowden falls on this, and whatever he says, go. If Edward Snowden thinks it's okay for Americans to be on TikTok, then fine, let's do it. But if Snowden says it's a bad go, then maybe we should consider it and maybe stay off. But, maybe not. Maybe that's a little too extreme because I think Snowden doesn't want us on anything. I think Snowden wants us to have flip phones, right? So, I mean, listen, newsflash, Congresswoman, listen up. Congressman, Congresswoman, whoever's talking, the Google Maps app that you used on your iPhone to get here today has your registered phone number on it and other personal data about you. And if you don't think the apps that you're using outside of TikTok are tracking you, your location, your data, your email address, your phone number, your login, your password, your location, where you go at all times, your map data, how do they think you know? How do you think they know what ads to feed you and people like Sandy Dunkel to get you to swipe those credit cards right on Facebook? How many things have you bought off of a Facebook ad in the last, 90 days? Do the math. These boomers have no idea what's going on. I mean, how embarrassing. How embarrassing is this? Growing up, I was told that this was the greatest country on the planet. I was told that America was the greatest country and that every other country, and this is the problem, by the way, I'm admitting this, obviously I won't be raising my son this way, but I was told that it's America first, we're the greatest, we have the toughest military, strongest this, the best army, the best money, we're worth the most, we have the best land, look at our economy, it's the strongest, it's the greatest presidents, greatest government, greatest citizens, we're the best, everyone wants to come here, people are trying to sneak in, get in, fly in, citizens, be this, do that, America the great, the beautiful. It's fantastic. And that literally every other country was terrifying. Don't go there. It's not great. The laws are terrible. The government controls them. It's confined. It's insane. Don't move to another country. You'll be miserable. America is where you need to be, is the message that they shove down our throat all through our lives, up until high school, up until through college, all my life up until about 5, 6, 10 years ago. That was the message that our parents and society and everyone taught us, that America was the greatest. And if you go to another country, I remember when my father said he was taking us to Mexico and the Dominican Republic for the first time. Everyone in my school class at the time, in like middle school, high school days, was like, what? You're going where? You're going to the Dominican Republic? Are you staying on a resort? No. You're staying in you have a property there, and you're not staying in like a gated with security and guards, like a resort that's protected. You're staying on the you walk on the streets of the Dominican Republic? Yeah, I do. And guess what? At the age of 13, I found out that it was safer than the streets of America. And I've been trying to preach it for years and years and years. But now that we're older and we finally see that the government's corrupt, and we're spending our tax dollars on congressional hearings for things like banning TikTok because of the data, and the threat to society. As if we don't have anything else going on and no other threats in our own society that we need to worry about that we could spend millions of dollars on, let's call in Mr. Shou and get things done. We have American apps that we can spend all of our time and money on, not these, maybe sort of ByteDance Chinese affiliate apps. Let's get them out and put all of our money back into things like Facebook, Instagram, Google, Kick, all that, Twitch, all the American run, and no government or corporate interest is going to get into our banks or anything like that, or any of our social medias, and no other countries own any other social media platforms that we use in this country, or any of the technology, or any of the vehicles that we drive, or literally anything that we rely on a daily basis. It's all American made. It's all American muscle. It's all American tech, servers, data, everything America. And I mean, it's just, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And I mean, these idiots, it's like, they go on national television like, does the Chinese government have direct access to my Wi-Fi password? Because the guy who came and set it up never told it to me, and I've been meaning to change it because I don't remember what it was. So if the Chinese government has it, can you get it for me, Mr. Shou? Yes or yes? Answer. Shou, answer the question. Can you get me my Wi-Fi password via the TikTok app? Can you message me my Wi-Fi password? Yes or yes? I yield. No further. I yield. Mr. Shou, please respect my time. Thank you. And it's just like, what are we talking? What do we do? What? Hey, hey, ooh. Hey, this is a show. What are we doing? Okay. I mean, listen, what an amazing opening day. I mean, I'm going to imagine we're not done here, and that this is probably happening today still, and maybe over the weekend, maybe in the next week, maybe to do this, maybe to do that. But Mr. Shou and all of his friends, I mean, I think it's a win for TikTok because, I mean, this man was, I don't know if he was trained by the Chinese government. He's probably a Chinese guy. Listen, hey, this podcast, one China all the way, baby. Okay, Taiwan, who, American government, what up? You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're on Team TikTok all the way. ByteDance, take the ByteDance. I sent them my social security number, phone number, address, all my passwords. I keep everything on ByteDance's servers from now on. Like, we're one China all the way. So, I mean, unless we're, what's going on here? You know what I mean? It's like these people, it's a win for TikTok. This man was trained by the Chinese government to answer these questions because he's smooth. He's smooth. I don't know if he was trained by the Chinese government, but it's fine. But he's a smooth talker. Whenever they ask the questions, he's got the answers. Chippy from Florida was like, we're 99.9, 100% sure that you have direct access to conversations with your boss, the guy who runs the Chinese Communist Party government over there. And we have all of the conversations right here written up and typed out. And then he goes, no, first of all, I've never met him before in my life. I've never talked to him. I've never seen him before. We don't have regular conversations, and he's not my boss. So wherever you're getting your information, I don't know, maybe like what? An Onion article, Facebook, like if that's where you're getting your sources, lady, you might want to double check. It's a win for TikTok. This guy was built for it. They couldn't have asked for a better man on the stand than Shou. Okay? And listen, we know what this is. All right? We know what this is. For years, Google, Facebook, and all the other US-based Silicon Valley bank-based companies were crushing the ad space. You could get 1 billion views on Facebook just a few years ago for about $3.92. Okay? They were crushing the ad space. The revenue space, the attention space was all on Mark and Meta and everything else and Google and Apple and Silicon Valley. And then the pandemic hit and TikTok came along and changed the game. We became obsessed with it, okay? Because what other things were we going to do stuck inside? Busy looking at our Aunt Stephanie's pictures on Facebook and the thing that she's drawing this week that's not making them any money. Busy looking at the same stupid Instagram feed or the dead algorithm that, you know, your YouTube channel is. But like, it's crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about the fact that once the pandemic came along and the government put us inside, we all flocked to TikTok and made it what it is. And now that same government who forced us all inside onto TikTok is trying to take it away from us. And I think that's absolutely hysterical. If TikTok goes, they'll find another way. Listen, TikTok is $1 billion company. I think they evaluated it at like 50 billion. And if you think for 1 second they don't have 10 other LLCs already spun up that we don't know about and 10 other Facebook clones that all have 10 different features that do something different than TikTok did, or a new sticker pack or a new feature or a new this or a new that or a new whatever, then you're sadly mistaken, friend. Mr. Shou and his friends have over $50 billion. They know what's coming next. So if this congressional hearing goes south, by God, I guarantee you, Logan Paul and Mike Milkovich will be slinging the newest TikTok app clone or whatever they have or whatever they release on their next podcast the day the ban happens. The day the ban happens, they'll have 19 different influencers slinging whatever this new app is. They'll be slinging it all through the ecosystem. We'll blow the new app up to the point where we're going to have a congressional hearing with the new TikTok company every year. They have $50 billion and they're going to continue making more because you're making yourselves look like idiots. And so then they'll spend more money than they're spending on this trial, by the way. Like it's just Mr. Shou sitting there. Him being there isn't costing TikTok any amounts of money. It's gaining TikTok millions of dollars, if not billions more, because we're making podcasts like this about it that'll get posted, all the stuff we found, all the clips, all the news outlets, all the TikTokers. Anyone who wants an easy 1,000 views on TikTok this week just has to post about the trial going south, and you idiots worrying about the Wi-Fi and the data, and it's kind of a Chinese government company, but really it's not. So like, what's the freaking point? Trump tried to do it. Now we're here. Like, what? Come on, bro. Like, if you don't think that you're still being tracked by the iPhone or Google Pixel in your pocket, if trust me, 99% of you idiots that work for the government have to have an Android phone because they can't set up your servers or email from Microsoft 365 and your firewalls because the iPhone and Apple ecosystem and you have a PC, whatever, because the government hasn't updated their tech in 10 years. You probably all have Google phones that are tracking every single ounce of data. Hey, lady from Florida, have you ever seen what Google knows about you? It's pretty freaking scary. All I need to know is which state you live in, your first and last name, which I now know because of C-SPAN, thank you. And I can find your siblings' names, addresses that you've lived at, your parents' names, your stepdad's names, your half-sister's names, your high school. You can Google anything, lady. And you're worried about the TikTok algorithm knowing whether or not I watch this many Chat GPT videos or this many hardcore pawn videos, not hardcore porn, hardcore pawn. Megs and I are super into hardcore pawn right now. We just watched an episode where a lady tried to steal a rocking horse for $10 with a fake pregnant belly on. Don't know why she needed a $10 rocking horse with a fake pregnant belly, but she did. And we watched it and we laughed because we have to numb ourselves from the society that we live in. That's the United States of America. What's more entertaining, hardcore pawn or this congressional hearing to ban TikTok? I mean, listen, Mr. Shou, we're sorry. Everyone here who's using TikTok, who knows how to use TikTok, who is using TikTok, who will continue to use TikTok, even if it gets banned, we're still going to use it. Trust me. We got VPNs, baby. If you need a VPN, hit the link in the description down below. wadpod.com/VPN, WAWDPOD.com/VPN. Get yours now, just in case TikTok gets banned. You get like 2 or 3 free months if you use our code. Click the link in the description down below. We're slinging it. You know what I mean? We're sorry from all of us on behalf of the government, these idiots in Congress, the dude from Georgia, the North Carolina, all of them. Listen, we're sorry, okay? From the 150 million of us who actually understand how the Wi-Fi works and, you know, like how the, listen, hey, we shouldn't be, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shou, for your tool. Thank you for helping children stay off the app. Thank you for, the thumbs, resting your thumbs campaign. We love that video. Meg sent that to us. Put that on the screen for a second. Like, that shit's crazy. Watch this. Ready? Look. Like, isn't that amazing? Like, how much did that video cost? You know what I mean? Like, too much. Probably too much, but it's okay. We're a $50 billion company. Thank you for helping our children get off TikTok and into, playing in the streets and doing things outside like the milk crate challenge. Thank you for helping us and for helping us understand what's going on all the time. And you know what? If the government wants to suppress the data and, keep us woke and in line and listen to things that only CNN and Fox News tell us and not the things that we learn on TikTok, it's a little crazy. So follow all of your favorite creators right now. This is the underlining message. Go follow all of your favorite creators on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, whatever they have in their link tree, whatever they have at wadpod.com/links. Go follow all of your favorite creators on all the social accounts, because if TikTok goes, guess what? You're not going to remember, oh, Shou, what was Anna Stars? How does she spell it? It's different on Instagram. I don't know. Turn Tony. Is it the same everywhere? Maybe. Jennifer. I don't know. Am I going to be able to find Tana Mojo on Instagram and Twitter? I mean, yes, I will. But it's fine, because go follow all your people on all their socials, because if TikTok goes, you'll never be able to find them or see them ever again. And that'll just be a sad life for you. So listen, I mean, they're wrapping this up. We started the conversation. They're wrapping this up. You know what I mean? He's just we're wrapping it up. We're calling it Project Texas, even though Texas wants nothing to do with it. The Texas guy wants nothing to do with it. He's like, hey man, hate the name, change it. Texas stands for government, and Texas stands for peace and freedom and independence and transparency. And that's not what TikTok is, so change the name of your project. It's not called Project Texas if I have anything to do with it. So we're changing the name from Project Texas to Project Deletus Maximus, and we're deleting all the data. So TikTok's deleting all of the data that they've collected on the United States thus far, and we're starting over. And we're sending it all to Oracle, a third-party partner that we then have access to, that we can see, and blah, 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 and the data's free, and like all the U.S. other government, all the U.S. other social media apps put all their data on Oracle, so it's a trusted American-run server with American employees, with an American board, with an American company that they created in America, with Americans, for Americans, by Americans, for the Americans, minus the Chinese government. You know what I mean? So TikTok has a plan, but like no one wants to hear it. None of these people want to hear it. It's like telling your parents hundreds and hundreds of times to stop buying these things online. Literally, just the other day, one of these people and Sandy Dunkel just purchased a template for $19. For literally $20, my mother purchased a template to invoice someone. She went to template.com and they charged her credit card $20 for a downloadable template that she doesn't even know how to use. And whatever she downloaded, by the way, was a .exe file, and it's a program, and it's not even a template because she doesn't know how to use anything via the computer or the internet. And so I'm like, hey, Mom, here's a free template right here on Microsoft Word. Hey, here's a free template right here on Google Docs. Like me and Christina gave her then a free iteration. Like this is what our parents are doing now. They're paying for products that never show up in the mail. We're still waiting on Sandy's $80 gazebo, by the way. It was an $8,000 gazebo, but it was on sale for $80. And so she put her credit card number in and we're waiting for it to show up. And so we're waiting on that. We've got 3 iterations of the ice scrapers and the snow squeegees and everything else we need to get ice and snow off our car with this winter weather in Pennsylvania that we haven't had in a year and a half. But we've got the products. Don't worry about it. And we're dropping $20 on just like an online template that she can't even use. Like these are the people we're dealing with in these congressional hearings. Like, when the Chinese government is spying on U.S. citizens via TikTok, are they connected to my Wi-Fi and do they know where I've been? Listen, every time I get on TikTok, Mr. Shou, TikToks of women with ginormous butts and boobies show up, and my wife walks in every time. Why do you not do a better job of protecting me from seeing these women on TikTok every time I open the app? Yes or yes? And like, he has no way to answer these phone calls. And so, bro, we're apologizing, and it's crazy, and it's insane to think that that's where we're going. That's where we're going, and that's where we're headed. And so, listen, I have one more little thing we're going to talk about. And unfortunately, I didn't plan it this way. It just turned out this way. I promise you, I swear, the fact that we're talking about P.F. Chang's right now has nothing to do with the fact that there's a congressional hearing going on about ByteDance potentially being a Chinese subsidiary company where the CCP has complete access to all of its data, aka the data of the United States citizens, even though we know how the Chinese gets its data on us, okay? They're sending over balloons, dude. Did we forget so quickly? Why has no one on this congressional hearing mentioned the balloons, dude? The fact that no one's talking about the Chinese government using balloons to spy on the Americans is insane to me. We think it's TikTok. We think we're spying on American citizens because we like to watch videos at 1 a.m. in the morning when we should be sleeping, but we're just scrolling because the algorithm keeps showing us everything we want to see ever. It's a one-way street. It's a linear algorithm. We know how it works. My company is designed to know how it works. It's a one-way street. If you like one thing, they'll show you one thing. If you watch nothing but Tara's World, they'll show you Tara's World. If you watch nothing but clips of a certain TV show, that's going to be the majority of what you get. It's quite literally the easiest thing to understand. But these 45 to 55 grandparents who are on this committee are asking silly questions like, where does the what's it called? The internet connection, the Wi-Fi. How does that get from TikTok to my phone? And it's like, hey man, shut up. We're done now. And unfortunately, I think this is going to go on. And the fact that we were talking about that and this now, it has nothing to do with each other. I am a gold card carrying member. I am a gold member. We're almost at platinum. Okay. We're probably going to get to platinum level membership here in 2023, maybe 2024. And we're working on getting our platinum membership. But for now, it's a gold membership. We are PF Chang's gold members. I have a membership card. It's on the screen. You're not stealing my membership number. It's laminated. It's in my wallet. I whip it out every time. Like, I'm a big deal at PF Chang's. You know what I mean? So I've got the points. I've got the cards. I'm a pretty big deal. So as a pretty big deal at PF Chang's, you get access to, their merch store. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we've discovered the PF Chang's merch store. And my goodness gracious, is it not some of the greatest apparel that you have ever seen? PF Chang's, we've got t-shirts, we've got socks, we've got a gold fortune cookie keychain. Need it all. I need this other pair of socks with fortune cookies on it. They have this bomb-ass bomber jacket, dude. Need that in my life. They got this fitted hat. They've got, honestly, these two things I'm probably going to buy. Because Megs uses a sleep mask sometimes. I'm going to get her this sushi roll sleep mask. It's only $10. And this origami crane hoodie. It's like a tan color. It's on the screen. It's got two little origami cranes on it with a little PF Chang's tag on the back. It's actually the definition of swagger. Like, so what we're going to do, because we have access to, like, the bucket hats are sick, the freaking dragon shirt's sick, the sushi socks are sick. I'm getting sushi socks for my wedding, believe it or not. Like, it's going down in the PF Chang's merch shop. So what we're going to do is we're going to order us all, like, most of this merch with all of the money we're making from the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining at the best site ever on the planet, patreon.com/whatarewedoing. And so if you join there, that means we get money every month, which means we can pay for the PF Chang's merch. And so that's what we're doing today. We're going shopping at PF Chang's. Megs and I really want the tan hoodies. We want the socks. I think I want a t-shirt. I might get myself and I might get Paul a bomber jacket. I'm just saying. And then we're going to take the merch and we're going to go to a PF Chang's. First of all, since we're gold card members, all I need to do is talk to the lead bartender, Tyler. I need to talk to the manager, Jessica. And I need to say, hey, you guys open at 10. We'll come in at 9. Make sure the doors are unlocked. We'll bring all of our own stuff. You don't need to worry about us. We won't make a mess. And we do a dope AF photo shoot inside and outside surrounding areas of PF Chang's in this bomb PF Chang's merch. What better way to market yourselves than that? So, and also too, I mean, the PF Chang's we go to is in the same shopping center as a Target. So we might pick up, honestly, on the low, cheap side from the super secret Bullseye shop that we also have access to that we've told you about plenty of times on this podcast. We might go to the Bullseye shop, get some Target swag, and knock 2 photo shoots out in one day in the Belmont Shopping Center. PF Chang's merch in PF Chang's, Target merch in Target, photo shoot, both ways. Let's go. It's a banging idea. I think it's a great idea, and I think we're going to do it. So, and we'll probably we'll probably have to go viral. Why? That's a viral idea. That's a viral thing. Get a bunch of merch from the Target online store. It's cheap over there. PF Chang's is a little pricey. The Bullseye shop is a little cheaper. Get all that merch. And then we rock it till we rock it. And we take professional photos and we edit them and we make them sick. And we send them to, I'll get them blown up and take them into the restaurant and I'll just hang them up. I'll go in there, walk in. Tyler will see me, say hi, what's up, bro? Hang it on the wall. And that's it. And then we'll replace whatever, stickers or murals or whatever they have on their walls with our stuff. And then we'll be the PF Chang's people. And I think that's going to be a goal of ours. I think we're going to start doing all of that with PF Chang's. So shout out to PF Chang's. They haven't called me. Liquid Death still hasn't called. You know what's actually hilarious about that is that, A, they haven't. B, I want them to. And C, I finally made the clip of me saying Liquid Death hasn't called. Instantly blew up. I think it's at 2K right now. And all of the comments are literally them telling me like, bro, you're wasting your time. Bro, you're wasting your time. Bro, you're wasting your time. If you're just going to advertise it for free, why would they call you? Because if they call you, then they're going to have to pay you. You're wasting your time. And if you're just advertising it for free by putting them in the background and always talking about them for free, why would they call you, bro? Just stop wasting your time. Be better. Get a man voice. Stop it with the girl voice. Get some testosterone and be a man. And talk like a man and be a man in the comments. And so they just don't understand that it was, in fact, a helium accident when I was, I think 10 or maybe 11, maybe 12 years old. I went to a township carnival because that's what you do when you're a kid, because your neighbor is the township manager, organizer, supervisor. And so they have to put on this little mini carnival where they just have crafts and food and shit that's terrible for you and like 1 or 2 rides there. And like 30 people come and they make like $3,000. And that's how they fund their Easter egg hunt every year. And then so they had a carnival, and since I had access because I was the neighbor, I was the kid with, the neighbor who was in charge of everything, I could do whatever I wanted. And so I had access to the helium tank. And so, those big punchy balloons, the ones that get like this big, I filled up one of those punchy balloons about 3 times. And in the matter of about, 90 seconds, it took a while to fill it up. So it was like one huge balloon. And then I blew it up some more. I can't do the high. I can't go high like that unless I'm actually doing it. I sound like Cartman from South Park. And then I blew it up again, took it in a second time. And I'm taught like the punch balloons that get like 10 times the size of your head. And then I filled it up a third time. And at that point in time, I could hardly stand. I was quite dizzy. I'm a little dizzy now thinking about it. I was extremely dizzy from the 3 ginormous balloons of helium I just ingested. And it was kind of in the middle of kind of not having and kind of being done with and kind of in the middle of puberty and my voice changing and my balls dropping, one of them dropping. And so the 3 gallons of helium that I consumed that day kind of disrupted the remainder of my puberty process. And this is just how my voice is now. And I'm sorry. And I'll just be defending myself in the comments for years to come and who, you know what I mean? Now, and I thought now that I'm 19 years old, I thought like, hey, maybe my voice would get deeper. I guess we'll see what happens when I turn 20, dude. I don't know. But that's what's happening in our lives, and that's been episode 83, man. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you made it this far, thank you so much for rocking with me. Check out all the links in the description down below. I know I said that 10 times today already. I got to get this episode out and edited and in your ears. So check out wadpod.com/links. That's where you'll find all the ways to listen and watch this podcast. You can check out the dobetternetwork.com if you want to know anything about podcasting or how to do it, or other shows or other episodes or other things, or just discover and listen and learn over there, the dobetternetwork.com. If you need a website or a brand or a logo built, go to pixelandhammer.com. A new version of that's coming soon. If you're having an event in the central Pennsylvania, Maryland, or surrounding areas, contact Sparks Entertainment. That's SPARKX Entertainment.com for all your DJ, photography, video, and photo booth needs. Check those companies out. Check check out the links down below. Click the like button. Please click subscribe. We just passed 800, dude. We're on our way. My goal by my birthday, which is May 9th, we've got like 2 months left, is 1,000 subscribers. I'm on my way to 900 now. I'm working on that in April, and hopefully we can pass 1,000 in May. Let's go. With your guys' help, hit that share button, hit the subscribe, hit the notifications, hit the bell, do all the things. It's free, bro. And it takes like 2 seconds. So take a second, support your creators. If they're on TikTok, follow them everywhere else, just in case they get lost in this mess and things do go south for us on TikTok. Follow us there. Let's support this show. Let's support the cause. Patreon.com/What Are We Doing? Thank you guys so much. My name is Levi McCurdy. This has been another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. More guests, more exciting things coming soon. Episode 100 is right around the corner, and I couldn't be more excited. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. This is the What Are We Doing podcast.